Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I am here with another reading for you. I certainly hope and pray that you're doing well, family, wherever you are in your corner of the world. You are setting it ablaze. You are a go-getter. You are a trendsetter. You are a trailblazer. You are unstoppable. You are a force to reckon with. You are fierce. You are fabulous. You are blessed. You are highly favored with the backing, knowing that you are highly supported. God is for you. And because He's for you, who can be against you? If this is your first time, I welcome you. If returning soul tribers, new, very recent, new soul tribers, thank you so very much for answering the call. I'm so happy to meet you on this journey called life, where our worlds collide and we can share because we're vibing on the same level. You have been through some things similar to myself, or maybe what I'm sharing, it resonates with you. But for whatever reason, I am so happy that you're here, and I'm so grateful to God, yes, for keeping you safe, for loving you, for protecting you, for ordering your steps in His Word, for being that shade for you. I'm so happy, so thankful, so gracious for you that God, He hears our cries. And sorry guys, I just want to share. God is lifting you up. I don't own any rights to this song. Many restless night, Lord. Nobody. Hallelujah. You lift me up. You lift me up. Hallelujah. I just wanted to share that with you. For so many of you, like the song says, so many restless nights. The tears you cried, nobody was there. Nobody is there for those of you who are going through these trying times right now. And as I mentioned in a previous video, I really just want to focus, and I'm asking the divine to guide me with messages that will inspire you, encourage you, as we also put a bow on 2023. Yes, there are things we didn't accomplish, but yes, there were things we accomplished. And if you think that you didn't do anything, or you have nothing to be thankful for the fact that you're here, you still have breath in your lungs. That is priceless. Have you seen the news, heard the news lately? Past first ladies dying. We've lost, presidents. We've lost celebrities, quote unquote celebrities. People with money. If they could, they would. But that is to show you that you are blessed. And because you have this opportunity, you still have a chance. You still have skin in the game. It's not over until you win. It is not over until we win as a collective. And so this message, it's about, are you ready to receive? Because yes, so many of us, yes, if only I could win the lotto, all of my problems would be solved. But easy come, easy goes. And we see that all the time. We hear about those news. Because if you don't know how to manage your resources, then it's going to come and you're going to blow it. So for a lot of us, we need to develop that discipline, how to live on a budget, how to live within our means, so that God can trust us with more. Because, like his word says, is like, if we can be happy with the little that we have, then he will be able to trust us to bless us with more. So do not neglect, do not resent the days of small beginnings. Because as quickly as a lot of people, skyrocket to the top, they plummet fast to the bottom as well. So when we develop the disciplines, the muscles, nothing is wrong with learning as we go. Yes, it may seem like a long time and it's too much. But again, God is preparing you for where he's taking you, so that you won't fall. You won't be a disgrace when you get to the top. Again, we've heard it, we've seen it. So many people, whether they are considered quote unquote to be in the world or even in the church, we have seen leaders who are heard of them, passing away in hotel rooms with drugs, and, they fall back into temptation with lust and desires. Why? Because they were not disciplined enough to overlook, to be able to control those desires. And then it pull us down, because see, the enemy knows the things that will trick us up. One of my I'm getting used to it a little bit better, but I like sweets a little bit, but I'm learning to tame that beast within as well, to have that discipline to pass. It's not that I sit down and eat a whole lot of sugar, or if I'm eating cake, I will remove the icing, but it's just having that taste. So it is good when we know what it is that we struggle with, so that we can help ourselves. We can equip ourselves that, okay, this is my thing. Let me not go there. Let me not think about that. Some of you want more leadership roles in career advancement. But again, are you ready for that? Are you ready to take on more? Because to whom much is given, much is required. If you are an arrogant person, this is the thing, and the audacity of a lot of people who may look at somebody else and say they don't deserve to be in that role. It's like, what have you gone through in life that makes you think that role should be yours? But see, when you have gone through things, been rejected, overlooked, betrayed, humiliated, it does something to you. It breaks you down. And so when you learn to heal those traumatic parts of you, then that is a way for God to prepare you, so you can go out to serve the less fortunate. Because yes, you may be feeding the homeless and he smells bad, but you don't scorn him. You're not going to have your shirt or your blouse over your face because, man, he stinks. It's like the love, the compassion that you have, it covers, just like love covers a multitude of sins. Because see, for us, God looks beyond our stench, our smell, the things that nobody sees, the things that we used to mask with perfume and makeup. And God sees beyond those things, and he loves us anyway. So for you to get into this role, you must be willing, ready to receive. You have to empty yourself of yourself. Divine Destiny Guide, what do you mean? You have to be able to surrender self Why is it that you want money? Why is it that you want a house, a car? Because see, if your motive is not right, if your agenda is not right, and yes, Satan can give his people things, but again, it's at a cost. It is at a cost. Not everything that people have around us, especially when they are not living in and doing the will of God, it is from God. So manifestation, yes, the devil can give people things, material things, to show to other people like, come over this side, it is all good, but it's not good. Because then we'll see those people are still void, they are still very dark, they are still in shambles, they don't know who they are, because they got something without even having to genuinely apply anything. So we need to be careful how we celebrate people who get certain things. Not every manifestation is from God manifestation, because Satan takes care of his own people. I mean, remember, he tempted Jesus. Satan doesn't own anything, but he will use God things to give to people who are not in alignment. And then we end up being jealous after how come those? This is why we are reminded we should not envy them. We should not look at what they have, because in the morning they're fresh and blooming, in the evening they're withered away. Only what we do for Christ will last. And so what you're going through, it may seem unfair, but see, you're built to last. You are stronger than Ford Tough to travel the rugged terrains of life. When you learn it the hard way, then when you get to the top, you will embrace what you have. The people who got it devil's way, or, by being whatever to the enemy, it's temporary and they are still empty. And then when you make it to the top, they're going to be envious and think, why is it you get this? Because your story tells it. You overcame. You overcame. You've been tested and tried. And God knows that He can trust you with power so that you don't become arrogant. You don't become partial. Those of you who have been in the work environment, workplace, you know what it's like to have those vindictive managers and bosses. If you are not gossiping and carrying news, they don't like you. If you're not sleeping with the boss, they don't want to promote you or give you a raise. And this is why God is calling you out. And this is why you're going through, or you have gone through things in your life, so that you can be a leader. Like that king, that queen of swords, you're not partial. You know the truth. You can see through, people who are faking it from those who are genuine. So don't allow anybody to sway you from your path. Stand in your truth. Don't be afraid to do the work. Because I'm telling you, work environments that I've been in, like a lot of you probably can resonate. I just never fit in. Because I believe that I should not have to kiss up, suck up to anybody to be recognized or acknowledged. But at the same time, they may not like me, but I know they respect me. I remember one job that I was in, and this boss, all she wanted was for me to serve in that position temporarily. But as soon as she finds somebody, she would hire them. I asked her, I said, would you consider me if I apply for the position? Oh, well, I'm not the only one who makes the decision. So it's like right away, I'm like, okay, it's like, that just really killed my vibes. And so, but then as soon as she hired those people, they would stay a few months and then they're gone. Then she would call me back again to work those shifts. I would hear from other persons working in that department that she says she's looking for somebody who has my qualities. You see that? She wants somebody who has my qualities, but she would not consider me for the position because of her own insecurities. For whatever reason, but I stood firm. It came to a point where I told her, you know, I am going to do something else because I cannot wait for her to have somebody else quit before I can eat. I have bills to be paid. And again, I am a straight talker. I don't have time for the fluff and the foolishness. I just get to the point. Like I said, I don't have time. I don't sit around gossiping with people. I do my work. Of course, I'm cordial. I have people who I make small talks to, but you know, I'm about my business. I do what I have to do and I get out of there. So for a lot of you, you know, you just need to stay true to who you are. And you may go through things in your workplace where you're overlooked. But like I said, that boss, they taught me. So when I ended up in other leadership roles, I know how to treat people. Because see, I don't entertain gossip. I hate when people try to suck up to me. Just be yourself. So then when I have people, or I have people who are looking up to me, I learn not to judge people. Actions speak louder than words. I don't care. Don't tell me you're good. Show me that you're good. So this is why God is ready to bless a lot of you. So this is why the question to you is that, are you ready? Are you ready to receive what God has in store for you? Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. So how are you speaking to yourself? Some of you, some of us, maybe you have done this, maybe you need to do this, or we need to do it more, where we break this. It's like a generational curse, a mindset that we were born into, as if wealth or certain things only belong to a certain class or ethnic or social economic group, when that's not the case. This lack and poverty mindset, we need to break it. And this is what some of us, we are here as generational curse breakers. You're going to be at one time, look at one time, $100 seemed like, wow, that's a lot of money. Now $100 is like nothing. At one time, 1,000 was like, oh my, a jackpot. Now it's like nothing, right? Billionaires. A lot of you, you're meant to be wealthy. Why? Because you break that poverty mindset. You step outside of the mold. And yes, you will be hated for it as well, because most of your haters will be people in your circle. And of course, those outside of, who they don't even know what you have been through. Like the song says, so many restless nights. You toss, you turn. Nobody but God was there in your corner. And God is getting ready to do a great thing, to do a mighty move, to break some chains, to release miracles and blessings in your life. Are you ready? Are you positioned? Because see, the thing is, God didn't move. He doesn't change. We move, we change. I used the example before. Turn on the top, turn on your pipe. When you put the cup underneath, you are tapped in, you're in tune with what is coming from the pipe. When you move the cup, it doesn't stop flowing. But when we move, we come out of alignment and we mess up everything for ourselves, and then we blame God, and then we look at the people who are not doing the work, who have not done the work, and we see that they are blessed. Oh, look, at least materialistically, they look like they have it all. But again, don't be envious of others. You don't know how they came up or came by what they have. Like I said, the devil, the enemy, provides for his people too. And you wouldn't want that. So don't be jealous of that, because God has more. Again, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man what God has in store for you. So you need to not look at it, oh, I have no money in my bank. But thank God for the miracle, the blessings. This is a temporary delay. Let us not put periods where God only places a comma, guys. Some of us are in a season of pause. Catch your breath. But we think that when I'm hearing from God, nothing is happening. God is finished with me. I am forgotten. Like the song says, I am not forgotten. God knows my name. So speak life into your dead situations so that they can live. I mean, I didn't see this card before, but again, like I started out the message by speaking life into you. I am blessed. I am a money magnet. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am victorious. I am a child of the Most High God. I am blessed. I am highly favored. And by the way, affirmations came from the Bible, God's time. None of us just came yesterday, created affirmations. So let's just put ourselves aside and not take credit for God's work. Speak words of abundance, loving and optimistic. When the bank account doesn't look like it, when the relationships don't look like it, you are still happy. And for a lot of us, this is the lesson that we had to learn. How to be happy without the crowd, the company, without the stuff. All things bright and beautiful. God, I thank you for the miracle that you're about to do in my life. When we are down to nothing, that is when God is up to something. And a lot of the times we have to hit rock bottom in order for God to kick in, for us to let go of control. Because then we realize we are not in control. So let us shed all of those things that we learned. You know, it's like quickly, think about even Christmas. The people in the quote unquote world, they don't like Christmas. It's Xmas, happy holidays. But yet still, it's one of their biggest time of the year where they make the most money. What if the people who really celebrated Christmas were offended and said, I am not going to spend my money on that day then, because you don't value my faith, my belief? What would happen? But we're not going to do that, right? We don't want to offend others, even though they don't mind stepping on our toes. Let us live within our means, live within our budget. That's a part of changing the mindset. So let's stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. Let's stop living from paycheck to paycheck. To whom much is given, much is required. God is not going to give us more if we cannot manage the little we have. The same thing, if you are not ready for love, God is not going to send is beautiful, is handsome, divine partner for you to abuse and manipulate them. So you're gonna keep on, you're wondering why you keep going around the wilderness, why you keep meeting, bumping heads in the same things and people. It's because you're not willing to stop and reflect, look into your life. How are you living? How are we contributing to the defeats and the setbacks in our life? Instead of looking outward at other people, that they are not fair to us. When I was in that job situation where I wasn't promoted or advanced, I was willing to let go and let God to step outside of. Not to let that hold me back. So we need to let go off of the things that our generation did. It didn't work for them. Do you want different for your generation? Then you need to do something different if you want to come into this peace here. Yes, 323, that's change. If you want to have change in your life, you must be willing to do something. The seasons change, the time change. Only we want change and don't do anything about it. Whatever it is we want to do. Same thing, even having a healthier lifestyle, losing weight. Then yes, I need to surrender to my sweet tooth. I not surrender to my sweet tooth. I need to give up, give up surrendering to my sweet tooth. And apply more of the things that I need to do in order to do that. Yeah, building blocks. In order to have this generational change of leaving a legacy, making a difference and impact in this world, like I said, is only what we do for Christ will last. We never see a Brinks truck behind a hearse. So yes, you may work, we own nothing, and we're gonna take nothing with us. Some people die, their family never even find their body to give them a burial, right? So we take nothing. Some people die, they're cremated, they don't, not even a suit on their back, right? Going in a casket. So let us do what it is that we need to do to receive what God has in store for us, in order to get this new beginning. A child, this new beginning. Number 9 is ending. Endings bring new beginnings. Get back to that innocence where you believe in yourself, where you believe that you could fly. All things are possible. Where you were not so fearful, you didn't doubt yourself. Let us get back into that energy. When you remember when you were dreaming, you were a dreamer. You're thinking, I'm too old for this. It's too late for me. No, it's not. It's never too late with God. Remember, if you start, most people who started their businesses that made an impact in this world, they started it in their, 40s. But now those businesses are still thriving, because even though they didn't get to see it to the end, but they left it to their generation, and they are now building on it and impacting the world with it. So it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still pass that legacy down to your generation and break out of this prisoner mindset, imprisonment with the mice, where you feel trapped, desolation, nothing. This is a way of thinking. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Nobody but you can free yourself from this, so that you can look unexpected income. God wants to give to you. Expect. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage. He will strengthen your heart. So if you're in a season where you're just waiting, You are ready to receive. You are ready to receive. This is coming from the hand of God Himself. There is like a house in the background. It could be a business. This is a stable offer. Like I said, that legacy, that something that is going to change your life. Get ready to receive. She's expecting. You're in expectation mode. Any day now. Any day now, my friends. I really hope that you were blessed, you were encouraged and inspired by this message. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care. You are blessed.